Morbidly obese chain smoker who hasn't exercised in over 20 years and refuses to eat anything that's not fried dies suddenly of a heart attack linked to daylight saving time. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's kind of like 3 years ago when the guy jumped out of the plane and he pulled the cord and the chute didn't deploy. He pancakes the ground to his demise, sadly. But what's the cause of death? You know what it is, and you know that I'm probably still not allowed to talk about it, right? But how does this have anything to do with the crazy world and daylight saving time? I'm going to tie it all together in the next couple of minutes, all right? First of all, how do you feel on daylight saving time? Are you for it? Are you against it? Do you even understand it? Because it's a pretty simple concept that I think a lot of the people in this country have confused. Now let's take a look at, let's break it down to its simplest form, right? You've got daylight savings time over here. It's actually daylight saving time. A lot of people put the S on that. That's the first thing they misunderstand. It's daylight saving, not savings, all right? Daylight saving time over here, and standard time. Standard time is the time that's not daylight saving time. Over here, basically, you have got later sunsets, earlier sunsets, spring forward, fall back, all pretty simple, right? But the complicated part gets to the labeling, because I looked on the calendar and daylight saving time is when you spring forward. So you do that in March, and that goes through late October, early November, and then you fall back from that point until March again, right? So daylight saving time is that summertime stuff, and then the standard time is the wintertime. Where the confusion is so many people, I see these videos, like Julie will show me stuff on TikTok, and there's all these people saying, they're like, we've got to get rid of daylight savings time because I'm tired of the sun going down at 5 o'clock. First of all, they call it savings time, so that tells you they haven't done the research, right? So that can be discounted. Secondly, if they're tired of the sun going down at 5 o'clock, they actually like daylight saving time. So it's just one of those simple things. It's either A or B, and I think a lot of people have it backwards. So again, where do you stand on it? I know me personally, I like the late sunsets. I like the long days. I like to do stuff outside. I mean, take a look behind me. This is my happy place. I like to be back there in the swamp, on the lake, in the trees, doing whatever. I like it when the sun goes down at 8 or 8:30. Man, when the sun goes down at 5 or 5:30 in the afternoon, I just can't stand it. It makes me depressed, whatever. I understand. Not everybody's like me. Some people probably want it dark early. They get to bed earlier. See, I don't care when I wake up in the morning if it's light or dark. I get up so many different times. But here's another thing. This is where the science comes in, right? The science is very interesting on this because I'm a bit of a science skeptic, because I think people say, hey, listen, we need to have our opinion scientifically proven. And the scientists are just like, oh, do you? And they're like, yes. It's kind of like Smokey and the Bandit. I need a car. I need a faster car. And the scientists are like, well, we can prove it. You know, it's all funded. But anyway, the science says, because I did my homework on this, the science said that a lot of times right after the daylight saving time goes into effect, there is a noticeable uptick in car accidents and heart attacks. This is where it ties into my ridiculous statement at the beginning of this video. Heart attacks due to an hour change in sleep time. I am no scientist. I am, man, again, I'm a science skeptic at best, right? I'm not a doctor, certainly. I'm just a dude who's kind of lived and seen some things, and now I doubt pretty much everything I've ever learned. But I'll tell you this. I think that if a person is in such a physical condition that a 1 hour change in their sleep pattern could warrant them having a heart attack, I'm going to go way, way out on a limb and say there might be some other issues causing that as well. But go ahead and link that to daylight saving time, because that pushes the narrative and that makes the point, and then that'll convince people to get rid of it. Now, I even heard something about Trump saying that we needed to get rid of daylight saving time, and I'm a Trump guy. I make no apologies for it. If you don't like it, that's fine. It's going to be all good over the next couple of years, I hope. But if he's talking about making the sun set at 5 o'clock every day, yeah, I'm not for that. So I don't know. Again, everybody is different. I'm interested to see what you guys think about that. What's your opinion? By all means, listen, if I've got it wrong, which I don't think I do, because, man, I did like 15 to 20 seconds of research on this. If I've got this all wrong, be sure to tell me. I've got no ego in this. If I'm wrong, I will embrace it. But that's the thing. So there, we've got it all tied together. Daylight saving time, not savings, saving. What say you?